So, yeah, there was the daddy stories, the mommy stories, we're back to the daddy stories. So my dad does this thing where he will call anything gourmet, and like, he doesn't really know what that means. He just knows that it makes him sound white. So, he'll like come home after like a long day at work, he'll heat up a frozen meal, and he'll just go, "This is gourmet." Thinking that frozen meals are gourmet is like buying Versace at Walmart. He's like, "It says it on the box, why would they lie to me?" My dad, he'll like drink orange juice and he'll be like, "It says here, freshly squeezed. Gourmet." I'm like, "Dad, this is a juice box." I could give my dad a bottle of purple Gatorade and put a cork in it and convince him it was Merlot. I'm pretty convinced that my dad is like trying to appropriate white suburban culture, except on a budget, Like, he'll take us out golfing, for a treat, and I'm like, "Dad, you can't golf into a soccer goal." He's like, "Shut up, yes you can, it's a bigger hole." Yeah, my dad, he goes to therapy, not for the mental health benefits, just for the aesthetic. He's got like a suburban Pinterest board. It's got like therapists, farmers markets, and divorce. Yeah. He even took this whole like cosplaying as a white man thing as far as to rent an RV. Yeah. What happens if you put two brown parents that should be divorced with their traumatized immigrant children in an enclosed RV for 5 days? Squid Game. Actually, that's not even fair. That's not even fair because it's a lot worse than that. Okay? Because instead of getting shot every time you fuck up, you have to do a Kumon paper. But so apparently, like after you rent the RV, you have to like empty like the shit and the pee out of the RV. I didn't know you had to do this. My dad paid for that experience. He's like making us pump it out, and he's like, "This is the American dream, This is why I came to this country. White people live like this every day." I'm like, "Yeah, white people live like that every day. It's not a trend for them, okay? Sometimes they gotta pump the shit out of the RV." But I don't know. I'm looking at my notes. My dad also, he likes to explain white people's culture to them. He'll be like, "I don't know if you've heard of this thing called brunch." His white coworkers are like, "Buddy, my people, my ancestors have been eating brunch since before you even came to this country. All right, we invented egg souffle and candied walnuts, they're like, we see these Panera breads popping up in our neighborhoods. That's fast food. That is not authentic cuisine." My dad doesn't get it though, it's like, yes. So my dad, he buys all his like fancy dress shirts from like, Ross, TJ Maxx, Costco, and to that I say, you're not buying white owned, right? You're not buying white made, right? If you're gonna do this thing, if you're gonna take over the white culture, you gotta support their businesses, okay? Buy the polo shirt from the source, okay? Not from some bad job done by unpaid, dirty brown children in Bangladesh, Like, buy it from the source, okay? I want to see you buy a 400 thread count polo shirt, okay? That was handmade in a stable in Wisconsin, okay? By like an ancient white woman, who's got like, wrinkles all over her face from like decades of manual labor, eye bags down to her breasts. You know what I'm talking about, right? Ancestral tribal tattoos in the tramp stamp form, sewing techniques that have been passed down, from electric car owner to electric car owner, right? Like, if he's gonna do it, he's gotta do all the work. Like, treat the culture with dignity and respect. I guess my dad does another thing where he will always ask to speak to the manager. And that is truly the most white thing that I think he does. Because there was nothing whiter than co-opting, somebody else's culture without giving credit to the people who started it. I'm just like, give credit where credit is due. They're the Nancy's, the Barbaras, the Susans, okay? They broke the glass ceiling that allowed you to, berate these employees in this way, right? Karen walked so you could run. And he doesn't understand that concept. But, I think the lesson here is that there's just like a duality, right? White people, they will put turmeric in their lattes. My dad will buy frozen white rice instead of boiling it. But I mean, in all honesty, like, I can't really like make fun of him like that because he's rubbed off on me, right? My dad is so white that his daughter is doing stand-up comedy. Like, if I told him that I was doing this, he'd just be like, "Beta, live, laugh, love." Just kidding, he would bury me like 10 feet into the ground. All right, that's my